The Santa Rosa Arts and Cultural Foundation is a nonprofit membership-based organization committed to being a catalyst for growth and appreciation of the visual arts, performing arts, and historic preservation for the people of Santa Rosa County. Among its many efforts to encourage continued development of the arts and to foster charitable, educational, and recreational activities is the annual Riverwalk Arts Festival. Here to invite us all to come on over is Margie Baldwin, Vice President of the Foundation. Margie, thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Well, as I said in the lead-in, you guys really do a lot. Tell us, just give us a brief overview about the Santa Rosa Arts and Cultural Foundation.
Well, the foundation was created back in June of 2003 to vitalize and promote and enrich the arts and culture in Santa Rosa County and its surrounding neighbors, primarily the 3 counties in the Northwest Florida area, along with a little bit of the bordering into Alabama. The foundation has a vision, and the vision is to create a cultural center in Santa Rosa County that has never existed. So it's a big vision, a big goal, but in the process of doing that, we have a specific mission, and the mission is to vitalize, promote, and enrich the arts and culture. So with that in mind, all of our functions, everything that we do, goes towards that one main goal and the main vision.
Well, tell us how the educational aspect and the grants that the foundation provides fits into that vision as well.
Sure. Early on, the county commissioners, the county used to give community grants. So the Arts and Culture Foundation was asked to administer those grants for the community. So we never ourselves received the grant monies, but we administered it and interviewed all the organizations in the county and then appropriated the funds to them. We supported things like the symphony, the Pensacola Symphony, and the opera and ballet, and a lot of things that are arts and culture related. You'd wonder why we would support those that are in Pensacola. That was part of our regional grants, and those particular grants were with specific interest in the Santa Rosa County school system. So we would bring in, let's say, opera to the elementary school or to the middle school, high school. We would bring in ballet and give an example of what it was like to go to a performance, and you would just be amazed at the look that the children would have and just being exposed. Most of the children don't really get into that symphony or the ballet at an early age, not in the general public. So bringing it into the school systems really helped, and that's where part of our grants monies went to. Now, the other local community grants went to things like the Kiln Walk Society to help them bring up historical kilns so that they can do the firing for pottery, or bring in special guest speakers from the Orient to teach them how to do a specific, artwork.
Well, in addition to all these smaller or temporary events, you also have the Dragonfly Gallery, which is open all the time. Tell us a little bit about the Dragonfly, and it is connected with the foundation, is that correct?
Oh, absolutely. It is actually subsidized by the foundation. It is not a retail store. It is our mission to provide a place for local artists to be able to showcase their work. And we do lots of things at the gallery. It's not just hanging the artwork. We do have oils and acrylics and watercolors and sculptures. We have bronzes. You'd be amazed at the kind of talent that exists in Santa Rosa County. The gallery also puts on by the local artisans, because they are experts in their field. We have workshops, very small groups, maybe anywhere from 1 to 12, 15 students, and let's say an oil painter would teach the fundamentals of oil painting to the basic beginning class, and intermediate and advanced as well. So we hold classes practically every week. It depends on what it is you're interested in.
So if people, while they're at the Riverwalk Arts Festival, they can go by the gallery and check it out.
Absolutely.
Well, let's talk about the festival coming up.
Yes.
When and where, and just the basics, and then we'll get into what all there's going to be.
Well, this is the 22nd Riverwalk Arts Festival, and we're very proud of that. The foundation has been doing this ever since its inception, and that was one of our assigned duties, if you might want to look at it that way, by the county to ask us to do that. And what we want to do is make it a showcase for different arts and culture events. So it's May 22nd, May 23rd, that's Saturday and Sunday. We do all the setups the day before. And we have over 80 artists that are going to be participating in it this year. So that'll be 10 by 10 booths all over. We will also have food vendors, cultural performances, entertainment, just about everything you can imagine in a festival.
Now this will be right down there, right on the river.
Absolutely.
Great place to walk around. It's
Right
still
at the
relatively
Riverwalk.
cool. Just a beautiful area to have something like this. Tell us a little bit about, I know there's the fine art and the heritage art. Tell everybody kind of the difference there and what they might expect from either group.
For the artists that are participating, it's important to them that it be a juried show. Okay. The fine arts, they would like to compete with other artists that are good enough to come into the show, let's say. So we offer prize monies. There's about over $5,000 in monies that are allocated for not grants, but cash awards for prizes. There'll be the best of show for the fine artists, and then a first, second, and third. I guess the third would be more of an honorary mention, and each one of those have cash from $300, $200, $100, whatever. But I think the biggest is the best of show, and that would be about a $1,000 prize.
Wow! So that's going to attract some very very accomplished artists as well.
Also, the heritage artists, for the first time this year, we're going to be offering a best of show for them as well. Now, the heritage artist differentiates from the fine artist. There are some gray areas where it laps over, but the heritage artists is basically an art form that's been in existence for hundreds of years. So just think back, even literary arts could fall into that with authors having writing.
Great.
But there's lots of variety in both categories. And in the fine arts, there's like 6 different categories of arts in oil paintings and watercolors. There's 3-dimensional sculptures, pottery, photography.
Well, what about food and entertainment? That's always important to people out enjoying beautiful art and a beautiful day on the river.
Yes. Well, we have a fantastic festival committee, and everyone does their part. Now, the food is something that we would think of as a critical part of a festival because everyone likes to come and enjoy, and for them to enjoy the entire day, you need to have some foods, right? Some goodies. So we have everything from that we think would fit the needs or wants of anyone that comes to the festival. We have any seafoods, we have meats, we have kebabs and lumpia, and we have ethnic foods as well as sweets, funnel cakes, which is typical, but maybe roasted corn, or there's a whole variety. It's a cornucopia of foods.
Well, we got just a few more minutes before we had to wrap up, but what about entertainment? Is there going to be music?
Absolutely. There's 2 different stages, one at the north end, one at the south end. The south end is going to have the entertainment with the typical entertainment bands, a variety of bands. It will be set up on a stage, good sound system, and so on. Up in the north end, we have something that's a little different. It's a cultural performance stage. This is only been in Santa Rosa a couple of years. It's always been a given over at the the other festivals, but in Santa Rosa we have over 20 performances of cultural events.
Okay, well they're just going to have to come check it out because we're out of time. But thank you for being here, and we hope you have a great crowd.